Binance, the largest centralized exchange, has stopped deposits and withdrawals of the BTT, of the BitTorrent token. And that's not just because of the bad price performance, because that would justify removing pretty much every altcoin. Instead, the main technology of the BitTorrent token, a cross-chain bridge, that has been stopped. Here is the announcement by the BitTorrent team, a phased closure of the BTTC bridge, effective on June 13th, with all withdrawals concluded 1 week ago. But crypto tends to move in strange ways. When everybody thinks that the price continues to go down, that's when the price suddenly pumps. That's when manipulation gets invited. For example, remember what happened with Terra Luna. There has been the Luna Classic token that suddenly pumped out of nowhere. So is there a potential opportunity for the BitTorrent token here? Hi, my name is Gerhard. I've been in the crypto space for the last 8 years. I hit my first million 3 years ago, and I did this mainly through active altcoin trading. My track record is on the website down below. In the last 2 years, I started to publish my trades in real time. This is the track record. Currently with the open positions, we are at an all-time high, and we achieved 47% per annum over the course of 182 trades. There are 8 positions open right now that's available to the premium members, but every closed position that's available directly on the page. And I don't think that many people are willing to share their data this way. I'm showing this at the beginning of this video because I am transparent. All of this data, by the way, gets updated in real time. So once you watch this video, this number here might have actually changed, including all the other data that's presented here. Now, the BitTorrent token still advertises its staking program to get 7.3% per annum. And there are voices on X, formerly known as Twitter, that are still very bullish on BTT. Now, I try to be as objective as possible on this channel, and I'm also on Twitter, or now known as X. If you want to follow the account of this channel, then feel free to check out the following handle. That's @BitcoinStrat. Make sure that you follow the right account and not a scam fake account. Now, the BitTorrent token did suffer quite massively. And it wasn't just the 99% crash in 2022. Subsequently, the price continued to fall. But now pretty much all of the BitTorrent token supply is already circulating. The 6-year airdrop ended in February of last year. The project is involved with the file sharing tool, so using BTT, faster downloads can be achieved and storage can be decentralized. BTT, by the way, is not on Ethereum, but on the Tron chain. And so every holder of Tron, of TRX, got that airdrop. Now, it's interesting how the attention on the asset and the price does not correlate that strong for BitTorrent. This is very unique. Usually, when many people discuss a certain asset, the price tends to go up, and when then less people discuss it, the price tends to go down. The driver of the BTT price tends to not just be attention. There is a ported version with a few holders though. So that's 26,000 on Ethereum. They don't own much of the supply though. So on the left side, we see the number of wallets that hold at least $1,000 worth of the token. In the middle, it's 10,000. On the right, it's $100,000 US worth of BTT. Now, here's the funding rate on the perpetual futures, as in tends to fluctuate around the 0 line. The open interest is very, very low. And that's a potential chance, as in if more leverage builds up, that could push up the price as well. But just have a look at the absolute numbers. So that's now the trading volume on the perpetual futures per day. It tends to be rather low. And maybe it's simply the tight liquidity of the asset and the low interest on the perps that led to Binance unlisting the token. Now, I've run again backtests to try to figure out how to best time this asset. And historically, the best moving averages for BTT was the 72 and the 98-day SMA. So this chart encompasses 40,000 backtests. We've got the slow moving average over here, the fast moving average over here. Every data point is its own backtest. And we are simply looking for the best golden and death crosses, right? So we've got a golden cross over here. We've got a death cross over here. The best combination, again, historically, was the 98-day plus 72-day simple moving average. And that is still bearish. We have not yet seen a golden cross. And the strategy works extremely well over time. So we've got the BitTorrent price at the top. we've got the US dollar valuation following those trading rules as the line in blue. And at the bottom, we've got the portfolio measured in BTT tokens. So every single year, this strategy outperformed buying and holding BTT. The alpha is significant because the win rate is 66% and because the average win is much, much larger than the average loser. So this is to be taken seriously. Buying BTT right now, when the momentum has not yet turned around, is very dangerous. And so that's how I trade any altcoin. I establish rules in the past and then apply them for the future. And of course, it doesn't have to necessarily mean that those trading signals will be perfect going forward, but at least they give us a nice tendency. And that's why the trading performance looks the way it does. It's not just random luck. It's using backtests or simulations of buying and selling. For example, here with Luna Classic, where we made 14.6%, we opened that trade when we got a death cross. So we entered a short. And then we closed the trade when we got the golden cross. So that's when the shorter moving average goes above the longer moving average. And that approach on average tends to work. It doesn't work every single time, right? There are losers, but it's the long term that counts. And I don't know many people in the crypto space that have been able to achieve 47% per annum over the last 2 years. The vast majority got burned, especially the moon boys that pretend that they can find a winner, a needle in the haystack. It's much better to trade the general structure of the market. The reason why most altcoins underperform long term is because early investors, so venture capitalists, the team, the insiders, marketing, operations, they all get token allocation over time, they get vesting unlocks, and that then leads to selling pressure, and the purchasers are simply not keeping up with that selling pressure. It makes sense to bet on falling prices every now and then, especially when we've got trading rules established that timed the asset historically very well. And again, for BTT, that currently looks still bearish. We want to be rather cautious. If you want to get deeper into the strategy, checking out the different tutorials, checking out my trades in real time, then feel free to join the premium membership. It's currently $125 per month. If you don't have time to manually trade, then there's also the annual membership that includes the automatic copy trading. And that made last year 44% annualized. Currently, we are halfway there. If it's your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish here regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you next time here on YouTube or see you on Premium. Link to that pops up here on the screen as well. See you next time. Cheers.